What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBCSN. We are 3 races away from the season finale, and that first of those 3 stops is right here in Phoenix, Glendale, I should say, Arizona, at the Phoenix International Raceway. We've got safer barriers. This track is a little safer now, so let's get rolling here, folks. Mark Martin is your pole sitter. Jimmie Johnson, the championship leader, starting on his outside in second place. He just needs to have a couple strong weekends here to close out the season, and he will be our champion. Jamie McMurray and Jeff Gordon need to hope for the best, but they cannot afford to wreck out here today. Pace car is in, and we're about to get rolling here. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing at Phoenix International Raceway. Already 3 wide in the turn 1 as Michael Waltrip heads down to the bottom and tries to take the lead away. That's a different driver that we haven't really seen much of this season. So nice to see someone different out in front, but Mikey immediately is going to have to fall back into third, as he couldn't get the runoff on the bottom there. Jimmie Johnson rockets off the high side and takes the lead on the top to lead lap 1. And then further back, it's an absolute swarm. As these starts and restarts are going to be crazy, and we've already got a caution. Yellow flag is in the air. Bobby Labonte is destroyed. His teammate JJ Yaley has damage as well. Let's see what happened here on the opening lap. 3 wide. Brian Vickers, oh man, hard into the outside wall, head on hit. Thank goodness we have safer barriers. And then JJ Yaley came in with nowhere to go and got collected in that. You'll see the left side damage here. That's a good view of it right there as he goes down the front stretch. And there was another car smoking in the pack. I couldn't quite tell who it was, but I did see some smoke there. That's Chris Mack in the 86, and he runs over the 0-1. What happened here? Oh, man. What was that all about? Looks like he wrecked off a 4 on the race back. Let's see what happened here. Jamie McMurray underneath, and he just comes up, clips him, wipes that 86 car out. Nowhere for the 0-1 to go. Sends him into the wall hard. And Chris Mack's car is destroyed. You know he is not happy about that. There was no safer barrier on that wall either. So he goes around and I guess wants to get payback, not realizing that Nemechek wasn't the one that sent him around. Initially it was the 42. Getting the 2 black race cars confused here, it seems, as he tries to pay back McMurray. And now Terry Labonte runs into the 0-1 of Nemechek. Joe Nemechek's car destroyed with the rear end, and the 86 still not done. Sends him into the wall again. That's probably going to be some sort of a penalty. So yeah, temper's already flaring. We're only a lap in here from Phoenix International Raceway. Yellow flag is out. We're still wrecking under caution, but we're going to be right back after this. Alright, green flag is back in the air, as you can see. And we're going to crank it up. On board with the 6 of Mark Martin as he tries to get back by the 15 of Michael Waltrip. Waltrip in second place at the moment, having probably the best run of his season so far. And now trying to hunt down that 48 car for the lead. Jimmie Johnson is fast though, as these cars slide up the racetrack in 3 and 4. That 48 car is going to lead yet another lap here. The 86, very slow out on track right now. I'm surprised he's still even out on the track with that heavy damage, especially after those interviews earlier this season saying how he doesn't like driving around with torn up race cars and would rather just go home than have to deal with that. Well, at the end of the day, he'd rather win, but you know what I meant. He doesn't want to be in the way, but it looks like something might have changed here, as he's riding up on the high side. Something tells me he's looking for that 42. Not sure why, but I just have a hunch that he is waiting on Jamie McMurray here, as McMurray goes through, and he's gonna, yep, right in front of that 42 machine. McMurray might just dump him again. And out of turn 4, the 86. Oh, he tried it right there. Goes down the racetrack. He's gonna save it. He did put him in the wall though. That might affect the 42. Maybe not much. But oh, trouble in front of the leaders, Kurt Busch. Oh, and a big crash as Matt Kenseth piles in and hit hard. More cars sliding in. David Starr. Oh, still wrecking further down. The 98, the 86. Man, heavy damage on these race cars. And the caution comes out once again, this time for a big incident in turns 3 and 4. There's going to be a lot of cleanup on the high side, so we may end up having a red flag it here just due to the size of the track being about a mile, if not less. But let's take a look at what brought out the yellow. Kurt Busch, just not clear, goes up the racetrack. Oh, Jeff Gordon got a piece of it. Championship contender Jeff Gordon got a slight bit of that wreck, and then you see the hard hit from Matt Kenseth. Here comes David Starr sliding in, getting up into some fluids it seems as he tried to avoid, and then the 98, oh man, right into the 86. As Chris Mack was kind of cruising around down on the bottom there. He was on the apron. I'm not sure how the 98 managed to hit him down there. I mean, he was a little bit on the racetrack, but the 98 had the entire track to avoid him and still ran right into him there. And they both go up into the outside wall. Chris Mack not having a good day at all here. I think that might be the end of it for him. Let's go on board with Matt Kenseth in that wreck. Heading down into turn 3. He sees smoke. He's trying to check up. Runs right into the 8. Gets hit from behind by Rusty Wallace. 75 comes in. A big crash in 3 and 4. Brings out the caution for the second time here today. We will be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series, and no, your eyes are not deceiving you. The 86 Pyrus Racing Chevrolet of Chris Mack is still out on the racetrack. Quite clearly Not done with Jamie McMurray yet. And MG Cup Series officials not going to get in the way here. Because NASCAR fans dislike when NASCAR gets in the way of rivalries. MG Cup Series officials are going to just let it play out as long as nobody tries to kill another driver. I think they should be fine. As long as we don't get any attempted murder style wrecks. But look at this. These slower cars might hold up the field. They're going to bunch the field up big time here. 3 wide through 3 and 4. Cars all the way up the racetrack. Contact. Oh, the 86 is around again. And the caution comes out once again. Chris Mack not having a good day at all here. It looks like his engine expired on that 86 machine. The car slowly rolling down the banking. These guys coming through 3 and 4. Gotta be a little bit careful. But the engine did finally let go. Getting ready to go green once again. Rusty Wallace in the destroyed number 2 car is going to technically lead the field to the green, but your race leader is the 86 of Kyle Busch, which is surprising. It's not even full time. His teammate, or his brother, Kurt Busch, starting right behind them in second. This is going to be an interesting restart. 2 laps or slow cars in front of the field, and then Kyle Busch, a young rookie part-time driver, gonna be full-time next season, trying to make a name for himself. Let's see how this plays out. Green flag is back in the air. Kurt Busch immediately pulls to the inside. Kyle Busch saying, hi, where are either of these Bushes gonna go? Kyle pulls to the middle. Kurt gets to the bottom. Jimmie Johnson gets through, and he's going to go to the lead. Kurt's rear end is destroyed. Remember that. Cars are everywhere here, heading down the front stretch. Stanton Barrett in the 94. It's kind of cruising around, and the yellow flag is out once again. Man, this is becoming a caution fest here from Phoenix. Let's see what it's for this time. Same deal. Just a squeeze into the wall, and it collects 2 Petty Enterprises cars, the 43 of Jeff Green, the 45 of Kyle Petty, and then the 98 has some damage in that as well as the 49 of Ken Schrader. So, alright, well, I'm gonna pretend to take a break. We're just gonna go ahead and jump to the green. So Jimmie Johnson back out in front. Look at Greg Biffle in second. 97 of Kurt Busch. Look out. He did restart third, but that damage slowing him down big time as he tries to rocket it in on the high side. Has no rear end to that car, so handling is going to be a nightmare for the 97 driver. He's really just out here trying to survive and make it to the end. Look at Kyle Busch in the middle, taking it 3 wide. Makes it work. Look at Jamie McMurray back here. And the yellow flag is out once again. Big crash down the back straightaway. Jimmie Johnson wins the race back. We had one car that looked like it had roof damage. I believe that was the 32 of Ricky Craven who had roof damage. So let's take a look at what all just happened here. Oh, 4 wide coming out of turn 2. Jamie McMurray, contact up and over. Oh my goodness, multiple cars up and over. 3 cars flipping. Oh, big hit. Craven got drilled while he was upside down. A violent wreck here on the back straightaway. Looked like a whiplash causing wreck as they squeezed into the wall. The 41 with a quick rollover. Didn't even get any roof damage from that. That's how quickly he flipped. Didn't even touch the roof on the ground. Then the 94, his momentum took him up and over. And then the 32 spinning down to the bottom of the racetrack is going to get drilled in the door by the 72. I can't remember who's driving it. I believe it might be Brad Teague in that 72 this week. And then while he's upside down, bang! Nowhere for Ken Schrader to go. Luckily, he caught him in more of the right of the quarter panel than he did in the door. So that's why he's okay. And it is Brad Teague in the 72 machine. Let's take another look at this big accident on the back straightaway that brought out our 4th yellow flag of the day. Or 5th, actually. Some big hits there. Taking more cars out of the race. Casey Mears still going. No, as we mentioned, no roof damage to that 41 car. A little bit of side and rear end damage, but no roof damage, so he's fine. We're still rolling. Green flag back in the air. We're racing once again here from Phoenix, and here comes Michael Waltrip down to the bottom, trying to take his lap back. You saw Michael Waltrip exiting pit road on the restart, and further back, Rusty Wallace is in the grass. Back across the track, hard crash. Terrible wreck. Both cars upside down as Kurt Busch barrel rolls. And the race back to the caution, of course, is won by the 48. And we have an immediate red flag being shown here after a violent wreck on the back straightaway. And these cars trying to hurry up and get to a stop as soon as they can. A violent accident on the back stretch as Rusty Wallace got sent down into the grass during the dog leg, clipped the inside wall, and got shot right back across the track in the oncoming traffic. Nowhere for Kurt Busch to go. And a brutal hit for both of them. Taking a look at the replay here. Hopped over the curb. The second the car comes back down, he gets drilled by the 97. And it props the car up on 2 wheels. And he nails the outside wall. And then the 97 goes in hard as well. And the way they both made contact with each other just rolled Kurt Busch over. The 6 of Mark Martin got a piece of it as well. That's Kurt's teammate. And it looks like Jeff Burton almost got a piece of it. He just barely escapes. Kurt Busch goes barrel rolling down the backstretch and entering turn 3. Rusty Wallace back on his wheels, and that is concrete, I believe. That is not a safer barrier. Terrible crash on the back straightaway. I think Rusty might be a little bit fortunate that Kurt was there, because it did slow down the impact a little bit. That's still a really hard hit right into a concrete wall, but it slowed the impact, or slowed his momentum down a little bit. So the impact wasn't as hard as it was going to be, but that's still a massive hit into the wall. And watch the 97. Got into the grass, and it made it a lot worse. This car dug in. Luckily, Kurt's okay. Rusty Wallace yet to put the window net down. But he is talking to his crew on the radio and asking for help. So safety crews are there now as they just arrived to the scene. They're gonna start tending to that 2 car. Rusty Wallace, Kurt Busch out of the car as well, going over to check on the driver of the 2. Man, wow! I don't even know what to say about that. I'm speechless. That was a violent accident. Probably the most brutal wreck we've ever seen here in the MG Cup Series. And the crazy thing is, the inside wall in the dogleg has a safer barrier on it, and that's what shot the car back across the racetrack in the Kurt Busch and into the outside wall, which has no safer barrier. That's what made it such a brutal crash. The safer barrier, which was designed for safety, actually caused this wreck to be a lot worse. Because if it was a regular concrete wall, he probably wouldn't have shot back across the track with so much momentum. We have a few onboards with the 2 drivers involved in this wreck, so hang on tight. Man, that was violent. On board with Kurt Busch. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. That was one of the worst wrecks I've ever seen, especially here at Phoenix. Let's go on board with Mark Martin. My goodness. So the red flag is out, and they are helping Rusty out of the car. He doesn't seem to be too severely hurt, so that's good, but man, he cannot catch a break here in the MG Cup Series. This is his 3rd injury. We've only had 2 seasons. We're about to wrap up our 2nd season, and Rusty's already been injured 3 times, which means twice this season, once last season. Doesn't look like he'll miss any races. He is walking fairly well, but just seems to be pretty shaken up after such a hard wreck. Understandably so. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Okay, welcome back. That was a quick break, like I said it would be. Getting ready to go green once again. Michael Waltrip restarting on the inside. The 45 of Kyle Petty on the inside as well. The rest of the pack on the outside. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Out of turn 4, the pace car makes a hard left turn on the pit road, and after a quick cleanup, 2nd red flag of the day, we are back underway here from Phoenix International Raceway. Jimmie Johnson, of course, in the lead. But look at Kyle Busch further back. What a run he's having here today. Up inside the top 10. Looking for a top 5 spot as he battles the 9 of Casey Kane here. Kane trying to take away 6th, and he's going to get that position. Here comes Scott Riggs right on the bumper of the 84. Now the 10 of Riggs starting to improve a little bit here late in the going, up inside the top 10. lot of cars up in front at the moment that we haven't seen throughout most of the season, or at least not consistently. 3 wide off of turn 4. Kyle Busch way up out of the groove exiting 4 there. Look at the run. He's going to send it in the turn 1 on the high side. Tony Stewart's going to clear on the low side of the racetrack. And man, this is some crazy racing here. But Jimmie Johnson driving away from the rest of the pack. Look at the 19 of Jeremy Mayfield in the mix. The 9 of Casey Kane. Tony Stewart got pretty close to his bumper there, had to back off to avoid running him over and causing a wreck. Further back, championship contenders battling for position here. Jamie McMurray and Jeff Gordon side by side on the inside of Jeff Burton here. They're 3 wide through 3 and 4. Burton's going to have to give way. Only 25 cars left on the lead lap, and 27 cars left in the race right now. And McMurray trying to get by Ricky Rudd here because he knows he has to put some distance between himself and that 24 if he wants a shot at winning this championship. But man, there are cars everywhere. He's going to have to navigate his way through some heavy traffic. They're 3 wide once again. They about made contact with each other. And again. And Gordon's going to have to lift because he got really loose there underneath the 42 and almost slid up and wrecked them. McMurray, bold moves here as he takes it 3 wide through the middle between Kyle Petty and Jeff Gordon. Still 3. Gordon backs off once again. Smart driving by Jeff Gordon. Let the younger driver make a mistake. Jeff Gordon knows what he's doing. He's won a ton of these things. Just kind of letting them go for now. And I guess planning on hunting them back down later. Or letting them get involved in a crash as he takes it 3 wide once again. Jamie McMurray taking many risks here. Trying desperately to get back up in the championship contention. And now Jeff Gordon almost got forced into a 3 wide situation as Mike Skinner completely missed turn 1. Or at least missed the entry of it. Had to get back down to the bottom, and luckily Sterling Marlin backed off for him. Now here comes McMurray to the inside of Sattler and Newman. 3 wide, out of turn 4. Man, some crazy action here from Phoenix International Raceway as they send it in to turn 1. And Jamie McMurray absolutely flying through the field here. He tries to work his way up into the top 10. But look at this, Jimmie Johnson, nearly a 2-second lead over the rest of the field. That 48 car is a different level of fast here today. Kevin Harvick trying to do something, possibly get his first win here today, but it's not looking good for him. Looks like a good second place finish, but Jimmy's just gone at this point. There's no looking back for that 48 car as he extends it to a 2-second lead. Dale Jarrett running 3rd. A nice run for him. And unfortunately, we have to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series. We are under caution after an incident during the break that we're about to go back and show you right now. Kyle Busch gets turned. Jeff Gordon was right there. Luckily was able to avoid a big hit for him there. Almost flipped that 84 car over, but luckily he was able to keep it going. We've had 5 cars get upside down today. That should just tell you how chaotic this has been. We're gonna be set for another restart, so the chaos may not be ending quite yet. We're gonna be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBCSN. We are getting ready to fire them off once again. Jimmie Johnson's absolutely been dominating here today. The championship favorite all season. Ready to clutch the title. Or clinch the title, I should say. With a good run. And a few more wins, that'll do it. As he takes the green flag is back in the air. Michael Waltrip is going to stay a lap down, and they're almost 3 wide behind them. Kevin Harvick opened the door big time there, but Dale Jarrett did not take advantage of it. And now here comes, who's that behind them? Tony Stewart and Casey Kane trying to take advantage. Stewart is stuck behind the 45 of Kyle Petty, but Stewart he's got a fast car. Gets underneath. They're 3 wide out of turn 2. In the lap car, look at Jamie McMurray. McMurray's been climbing his way through the field, scratching and clawing his way through the field, and now looking to possibly get up inside the top 5 as we come off turn 4. The 9 of Casey Kane is going to clear Tony Stewart, but Tony is going to get a run down the back straightaway. Where's he going to go with it? Can he possibly dive to the inside? He does. He thinks about it. He peeked at it. The 9 dove down low and blocked it. Now here comes Elliott Sattler to the inside of Jamie McMurray, and he's bringing Jeff Gordon along with him. All 3 championship drivers up inside the top 10 for the first time here today. And all 3 drivers fighting tooth and nail for every spot on the racetrack. And as we go back through the field, you can kind of see where everyone else is. But Dale Jarrett, your lead, in 3rd place, challenging for 2nd as your leader proceeds to open up a more than 1 second gap. Here comes Tony Stewart underneath Casey Kane. Can he finally clear him this time by here? Looks like McMurray tried to get behind him, but he got loose entering 3, slid up the racetrack. Now here comes Elliott Sattler to his inside. Jeff Gordon behind them. Gordon staying patient, knows what's on the line, knows what he needs to do. I guess he feels like these guys up here are going to wreck it any second. And I cannot blame him, because these guys are racing very hard right now. And Tony Stewart about dumped the 88. Down the back stretch once again. Or front stretch. Now down the back stretch once again. Stewart looking for another spot. Casey Kane through the middle. Almost took it 3 wide. Decided against it last second. Pushed the 88 out in front of the 20. They're going to clear Tony Stewart. And here comes Jeff Gordon underneath Jamie McMurray. That's for position back there. Sattler behind them, or in front of him as well. Down the front stretch, they are still... Oh man, this is a group of about 6 cars that just will not back down. None of these guys know what the word quit means. They're all going for every spot in this little pack of cars, and they're going crazy for it. Look at these guys. They're going nuts. They're like a pack of dogs chasing after a ball. Playing a game of fetch. And that ball is Jimmie Johnson, as he is driving away from it, up to a more than 2-second lead as we come off of turn 4. Kevin Harvick into 29. Cruising around back there. Unfortunately, this is that time. We're going to have to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBCSN. Getting closer and closer to the end here. But look at Jeff Gordon up into 2nd place. Maybe the only car out here fast enough to compete with Jimmie Johnson's car, but at this point he needs a caution to even have a chance at getting back in this thing, because Jimmie Johnson is gone. He left the chat like ages ago. But hey, we still got a pretty good battle for 3rd going behind them though. As Michael Waltrip tries not to let anybody by. He wants to possibly have a shot at getting back on the lead lap, I guess. I don't know. I doubt he really has a chance anymore, because we're getting down to the end, and it's close to the point of lap cars no longer being allowed to pull up to the inside. You may have heard me screenshot something on my phone, but ignore that, it's not important. Look at McMurray. Worked his way up into 4th place. Now has a sight set on Elliott Sadler for 3rd. We might have a championship contender 1-2-3 finish here today. Not if Tony Stewart has anything to say about it. Stewart checks up, and Stewart is going to have to regain all that ground. McMurray trying a different line, trying desperately to see if something can work here, so we can find some speed in that 42 machine, but it's just not happening. 38 of Elliott Sadler all over the bumper of the 15 of Michael Waltrip, trying to move that lapped car out of the way. Pulls to the inside. He's going to have a shallower corner exit. That's going to hurt him here. And McMurray gets by with ease. He's going to pull to the inside of the 38. Sadler closes the door on him. And we've got a battle in our hands now for 3rd. Jamie got loose that time entering 3. He's going to lose a little bit of ground here. The 15 and Michael Waltrip might pass him, might try to pass him back. You never know with him, or with the AI in general in this game. But Elliott Sadler, possibly one of the best runs of his of this season, and possibly his career. And Jeff Gordon got held up big time by Jeff Green in the 43. Lap traffic causing some shenanigans here, and that drops him all the way back to 4th. should probably stop looking at my phone and watch the race. We're coming up on 11 to go once we cross the line this time by. We've got lap traffic becoming a factor in today's race. Here comes McMurray diving to the inside. Couldn't quite keep the momentum up down the straightaway. But Sattler has to get by Kyle Busch. It's going to slow him down through the corner. Now here comes McMurray once again off of turn 2. Sattler. McMurray's to his inside. And down the backstretch, McMurray could not stay there. Sattler able to stay in front. Elliott Sattler's in second place trying to hang on to this position. That'll be his best finish of the season. And actually the best finish of his career if he can hang on to it. But here comes Jeff Gordon back up into the mix. The 24 and the 48. Hendrick Motorsports with absolute dominance here in the series. And now they're both fighting for a chance to win the championship in Homestead, Miami. But it looks like Jimmie's going to extend that points lead a little more here today and make it harder for these two to win that championship. McMurray trying desperately to get by the 38 so he can have 5 less points to have to make up in these last 2 races in these next couple of weeks. We're getting down to the end here. Jimmie Johnson absolutely dominating here today. Led pretty much every lap. And he's now out in front in a world of his own. So we complete lap 88. And now side by side for third. Jeff Gordon hops down to the bottom, gonna try to clear the 42. McMurray fighting back on the high side here. And Jeff Gordon's gonna have to surrender a little bit as McMurray sends it. Gordon slid up a little bit, had to check up, and McMurray's gonna clear him on the high side. Off of turn 4, Jimmie Johnson has just 4 laps to go here from Phoenix International Raceway as he flies through 1 and 2. Three to go from Phoenix. Look out at the back bumper of Jimmie Johnson's car. You see the massive lead he has over the rest of the field here. You just see Elliott Sattler back there. You can see him now. 2 to go for Jimmie. Through 3 and 4, Jimmie Johnson is going to see the white flag this time by. One more time around for Jimmie here from Phoenix International Raceway. Down the backstretch for the final time. Jimmie Johnson through the dog leg into turn 3. Smooth, calm, on the way through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, Jimmie Johnson is going to win once again, this time at Phoenix, extending his points lead and therefore creating a bigger gap for Jamie McMurray and Jeff Gordon to have to make up, as McMurray was able to hang on to 3rd place. Jeff Gordon has to settle with 4th after fighting with all he had to try to get by the 42 car. So, an interesting race to say the least. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.